We're LordTRex. My name is LordTRex and welcome to here on 12th of June 2026. I just wanna actually sit here and an have a talk with you guys about this current year on how I felt about this entire year. Video to actually make. Not as it's a me, LordTRex. Sorry, that's not a voice. So I was doing my own thing for a second, and I just see here on my YouTube page with the copyright system. So I actually got like a copyright system from Nintendo. You probably are wondering what that copyright is. So Nintendo actually have copyrighted me uh in the entire thing, and I'm like, what? Okay, so it's like an old video, and when you always upload a video on your channel, uh, first the thing will be rendered at first, yeah, and then YouTube have a system that uh, if it says there's no copyright in the video itself, you won't need to like get back in the edit software and change some music if you put it like a custom background music in. But the video is like 2024 year. In that year is the video uploaded, and now around this entire day I've been copyright striked by Nintendo. Was somewhere in 2024. Oh yeah, it's a full in-game soundtrack that I've made and posted, and that's uploaded on March 27th, 2024. So if I look here closely, I see the copyright. Content use Princess Peach Showtime. Okay, fair enough. Nintendo have copyright my music video, even though it's not mine. No, the only the audio visual. Um, but yeah, with these kind of videos, I already know that they will be copyrighted. I actually I remember a video that wasn't being copyrighted by Nintendo themselves. That was a random company. There was literally a random company name from claimants about about a video. When I looked through and research, some creators actually have that issue. They actually do have that issue because the copyright system is, I guess, let's say, it's easy to manipulate the copyright system. But yeah, okay. So when I see it, I got copyright claimed by Nintendo themselves, I'm like, okay, you know what? About the copyright plus what I think about the direct, it's actually fun. It was a 9 out of 10. Um, the Star Fox was a bit overhated, but I know for a fact it's only due to the character designs. But yeah, we actually have some great games coming out for the game. We have the rhythm game that I've actually was like, ooh, yo, this is actually a cozy game. Holy shit. This is a very important video. I haven't made any of this kind of video before. The last one that I've actually did was moments ago. That was now probably removed by Crazy Kenny 64 due to the copyright material from Crazy Kenny 64 sprite sheet that is actually the Greatest Gochi 91 sprite sheet, but the sprite sheet and the character for is a copyright material from Alpha Dream of the Mario Luigi Superstar Saga series. Uh, but that video might still be up. I have no idea. But yeah, so the only thing that I kind of learned from Crazy Candy 64, it was actually just a bit like I guess let's say one-sided when me and Crazy Candy 64 have talked, and I have the video somewhere up about the conversation. But either way, that's an old story. I'm putting those down of the Crazy Candy 64. I haven't told anyone about what it is, but Crazy Candy 64 have tried to do copyright strikes more than Nintendo here on this very day. So, and he just kind of copyright that, and then he say like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I can't contact you." So I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm just copyright striking you." And then I'm like, "Okay, so I made a gift, and you copyrighted the gift, and you just as well uploaded that intro, um, way before mine." Because I always have like, okay, when I make an intro for anyone, I always say, I upload this first before you. So if you do it the opposite, yeah, that's the situation. From 2025 or 2024 ish, um, there was a guy named Keffer M, or formerly now known as Captain Yoshi Islander. Some other creators have mentioned about him is he is doing the things behind people's back and their friends. That I actually have a great meltdown on a community, and I've already said my apologies afterwards that it was a bit overreacted. Now Kev M is on my girlfriend server, Epic Luigi's Discord server. Is a bit yeah, it wasn't really one of the favorite things for me around the time. So it did try to actually come back, and then out of nowhere he was in there, and I remember there was a person who made Epic Luigi uncomfortable, and we kind of banned the guy, and now on her server he Cafe make me uncomfortable, and he still stays. The Super Mario 64, I remember back in 2017 to towards 2020, I was doing I was being an SM64 machinist, but that entire community, I really don't have a good vibes. Cause I mean, in the Super Mario 64 community, there's always every single day or every single hour an entire drama. And I remember and talked with GFM, Fire Mario 64. Actually, it's not our character. It's a Fire Mario. How is that our character? I mean the character, sure, sure. You have probably put in that character your character story, character development, story, persona, and all the backstory or anything else to make it actually work. Then being like a Mario recolor, which is just a Mario recolor while Mario uses a fire flower. That's why, yeah. So there was just an ongoing drama about it, and I was getting completely striked by the entire community for, let's say, 1.5 year. And I was like, wow, somewhere in the Super Mario 64 community have a bit of a um, harsh real-time event going on, and people have mentioned about anything in that community that people were being just bad in general about their fans, their fan bases, and all that. And I was like, okay, okay, I'm getting out of here. If there's every drama, some drama, or some actual thing that actually happened, and I'm like, why do people make so much drama in there? It's unhealthy, and I'm like, oh god. Thank goodness I just am now retired for 6 years by now, or 5 years. I have no idea, but man, those times were not one of the greatest times for me in a community. Okay, so speaking about any community, about giantess, which is a big female, being, I don't know how tall, 7 foot towards skyscrapers or above, whatever. And I actually remember being there just for the games. But it being more friendly than the Super Mario 64 community. And speaking about those giantess content and all, I'm gonna try those videos out as well. I've already like have said like any updates back in the days, but I will of course make like a warning stuff for like for anyone. If you're a kid, click off this video, blah 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 blah. What will happen to you if you're being gigantic or something, or grown up to, I don't know, skyscraper level? There's Biladi who actually have made a part um that you're kind of like a bit stressed, like, oh, what's happening? So I'm gonna make some new things that I want to go and like expand on. Because one of my friends say, okay, maybe what you can do as well is maybe expand, then just sit in your comfortable spot, and I'm actually going to actually do that thing. And I have no idea how long that might take, because I know for a fact animations take time. You kind of need to know the basics about the movements and how to work it furthermore to make it at least better progress, rendering, all that sound design if you want to have sounds. But speaking about like work or animations, around somewhere in February, I tried to make an to have from like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna work on a reanimated trailer of the Mario Galaxy movie or something related for animation. Then the very next day, I've come up with a kind of a news update that I will work on a different software for working on it completely. But furthermore, there wasn't any single updates, and I've literally just looked on my screen and was like, I can't work on it. I literally can't bring myself to do it. Fair warning. Please click here if you want to skip over towards um a bit more comfortable space. But yeah. So fair warning, this part can contain suicide, grooming, gory stuff, or so what actually just happened was somewhere in 2025, mid-late March maybe, was that I was actually going and check out how my younger sister was doing, because she actually had a bad relationship with her boyfriend, who actually been 8 times in jail before, that I need to check up on my friends, family, to actually kind of know. So I come in my younger sister's room to ask her about how she's doing. Didn't know that she was actually asleep, but asleep naked. So I was touching her shoulder, like, uh, yeah, that's the part that is most respectful. And if you do actually body touch someone, it's always more the shoulder or else your voice. And I was determined to actually look if she's okay. I didn't actually see that she was sleeping naked. So I was saying like, okay, I'm gonna say my apologies a week later, because we both kind of startled from each other. So a moment later, I was gonna try and say my apologies, but when I was trying to do it, I was getting ignorance, and I couldn't really say my apologies. And somewhere in April, I got like, or a couple of weeks later, I got like a message from the police department to come over or to talk about your story, or else you're getting in jail completely. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I kind of want to do and say my story, because if you just don't listen to the other side, it's kind of pointless to just put someone in. Yeah, yeah. I actually say the story on my perspective, and I listen to what my younger sister felt through the moment, and go and talk to the police uh, to say my story. Way before, I was saying to my friends, so I felt really nervous. I'm actually a person who actually loved to actually like greet the police when I was young, so it felt weird to actually go there about a situation that didn't like happen, that didn't tell me. And so when I was there, when the talk was over, um one thing that I kind of know is uh that I still say, like, I'm nervous. I'm actually so nervous. This is the first time that actually happened, and I was like, I just felt nervous. But the police couldn't find any evidence of me um touching the spot, either her ass or her breast. I was looking at how the other perspective is. My mom have said to her, "Have you seen your brothers or the police message what my story perspective is, to actually know what goes through someone else's head?" And she said, "No, that doesn't matter. It happened, and I don't wanna read it. It's pointless." And then I'm like, okay, yep. And yeah, we're kind of split, and it goes so bad as of now that as of now, here in June, I have a marathon streams happening, and the only days that I have done was day 1 to day 11. There was another mainstream on day 11, which was a mainstream, which was a Super Mario 3D World. And from that time, I have said, and I quote, I just couldn't do it. What this might be absolute bad how things are going, and I just want one thing. Um, she's now trying to work for getting a place. She actually found a place, and she just needed to work a bit more. Uh, but one thing that I actually want to probably, not probably, just wanted to do is I just want to have a both relief feeling that we said our apologies to each other. But I've tried, I've literally tried 20 times or more to say to her my apologies about that time. It's like, yo, she kind of made up an extra story that didn't happen, and she just kind of manipulated the story just to make me look bad. But it comes actually to a point like I just needed to stop. I want to make this video to say I'm sorry, my younger sister, Joyce. But yeah, I'm not gonna try anymore to say my apologies due to your eye roll and the depth of you. So it doesn't matter. You don't even check the mail message from the police to hear my story, my perspective, but you didn't matter. You didn't care, and I'm actually just done. I just want to have both of us just relieved because I feel like being relieved to say our apologies is way better than being stuck in here. uh, And yeah, since now I'm just isolated myself and I just say like, yeah, you know what? I have a defeat, but I won against your manipulative strategy to win your side of the story. And yeah, now I okay, so that was rough. But another rough thing that I've just as well kind of known is there was a place in the community of the sprite animations community that I felt like what is happening. Cooking Productions, somewhere Primal have mentioned to me about Cooking Productions or Cooking Koopa, but formerly known as just our short name alias is Cool. Cool actually have a message in minor about like grooming and so on, and it's like, damn, okay, that's cool. That's just terrible. But there was a part in the Mario community as well, which is Ouija Pie. Ouija Pie is the 2-3 million subscribers that have a lot of like minors watching, and as well like adults watching, because I do watch Ouija Pie due to the changes of SMG4 styles being a bit more like soft. Well, I mean, there's so many arcs that happen, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of not my thing, even though I kind of like it as of now. But I don't really say like SMG4 is bad in general, because SMG4 make actually still great kind of thing. And there was one thing that I just actually have, which was the Parallel Clash parody from Cirx. And that's my doppelganger Clash, which is Luigi by Luigi versus Luigi, while his was SMBC Mario versus Power Star Mario. Still ongoing. Need to actually work on it. Try to have like voiceovers for it. Maybe like Ouija by Lucas. But yeah, if you want to know more about those situations, click the link in the description down below if you want to watch and get more information about it. But abridged version, Ouija by did something bad, actually terrible. Uh, he make it like an apology video on not his main channel, but on his like an old account, not even probably not even an extra account of his, and just put it there. Um, we're probably still waiting for the apology video, and yeah, Luigi Kid, and he just made actually a topic video, which is, and I quote, uh his friend or his kind of colleague, which is someone of the Team Ari server, who made Mario the Music Box franchise, but mostly in the art style. The art is so hers, so her style, that actually made what Mario the Music Box is. Mario the Music Box is like a parody of corpse party that there's girls who got like, I don't know, bloodied up, sliced with a saw, kind of like saw from horror movies, that kind of part. But with Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Series by Nintendo. Uh, it was probably one of the and probably still the best Mario horror games out there that I actually do actually gladly like and enjoy, even though it's graphic. Actually, it's super gory graphic at times, and really emotional scenes that actually is pretty well made, if I'm being honest. From intros from as a PowerPoint situation towards an actual full animation. Uh, Jessica, aka formerly now known as uh, Corpse Syndrome, the main artist of the projects of Mario the Music Box and the DLCs and so on, which is free to play. Um, she was in a household for like a support homing or something that others can join in the home with some others, was a family with another family, and that was as well on the news. And what actually happened was a scenario that um that there was a flute thing that is so great with fire to actually make it burn. And if you hear that, you think about maybe a nice barbecue or some sort, but it was a barbecue burning someone alive. And that is actually still one of the days that is actually heavy heavy on the stomach. Actually pretty bad, if I'm being honest. And man, okay, so I really hope the family who's probably watching this, I wish you the best. Uh, you lost your husband, you lost your dad in that part. Um, there was probably an courtroom that might already have passed. No idea what actually happened, but check out Luigi Kid if you want more updates about corpse syndrome. I'm already sweating. Fucking Christ. So yeah, there's one other note that I will be a bit of having a break. Just probably a maternal break. I might still work on some videos that needs to be worked on. Uh, might be just same kind of similar vibes as how it is now. So far, it's still a bit of a mess, and I couldn't work really like how I used to work for making videos and so on. Just one other note is, uh, I'm yes, of course, taking like an actual break, a maternal break, uh, just trying to at least have a moment to actually try to at least have some positive in my life because everything feels off. Everything feels always negative, and it comes to a point that I just needed to like. I almost want to go inside a winter sleep, summer sleep, maybe doing actually suicide or something that was actually on my mind through that entire moment. like it just dies down. And there was one other note that that I as well kind of know is um Primal Koopa pictures um have just completely left me on read and just completely left and just joined the Epic Luigi server. Um, Me and Epic Luigi have uh have broke up, and yeah, it was around the time for me that it was 6 a.m. Just woken up with a message, and I just felt terrible, and we kind of chit chat, and it was understandable. We kind of have a bit of an age gap, but I mean, some parents have an age gap as well, for a few years, and it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, for me and Epic Luigi, I guess, as of now, we may not interact with each other as of now or later, and I'm thinking like, how will I work on the one project that have been completely revamped, remake with the story. I have it completely now finished to work on, but due to a life situation as of 2025, the incident and many more that actually happened, that I was like, my last animation was a year ago, which was the Doppelganger Clash Luigi vs. Luigi by Luigi, and Nintendo Today app animation, but in Game Boy Advance style. If I'm somehow active in a community live stream or anything else, or maybe if I do stream, it might be like maybe that because recording takes a lot of like storage, so I might be streaming on twitch.tv. I might do a new one. Depends. If you want to help and let me reach the Switch 2, whatever, do your thing. Uh, if you're underage, as your caretaker or parent, if you want to do it. And but yeah, LordTRex situation is over. I just wanna I just wanna sit here, talk about you guys. I always make long intros or outros or something else, but yeah, LordTRex is coming back in 2028. See you soon. Goodbye.